All right, so question number 3, how exactly does a healthy food addiction occur, and how can you detox from them? Well, basically there's 2 main reasons why you have these unhealthy food addictions, why you crave those chips, why you crave that chocolate, why you crave that ice cream. Number 1 is the sensation of eating, the taste, the smell, the hearing of food. Have you ever noticed whenever you have that chip, oh, that crunchy sound? Oh, you love that. I love that. I love it when I have chips. The crunchier the chips, the tastier it is for me. And there's a real science behind that. That crunchiness that you hear, it triggers a sensation of eating to make you want to have more of that food, but also to have a positive reinforcement for what's going on. The sizzle that you hear from a steak, the fizzle from carbonated drinks, that sensation of eating will help bring in a kind of a pleasure center in your brain to make you want to crave that more and more. But not only that, the reason number 2 is the macronutrient compound of what you're eating. So if you have, for example, a Baby Ruth, the combination of fat, sugar, not a lot of protein, but carbohydrates, that right combination also hijacks what's going on for your taste buds. And the food industry knows this, absolutely knows this, and it tries to tailor the foods to make it have a particular smell, a particular taste, a particular combination of these macronutrients, and a particular hearing whenever you do eat those foods, that crunch that you feel, that sizzle that you taste, that sizzle that you smell and that you hear as well. This allows you to have it more difficult for you to break free from that food addiction. So what can you do today if you want to break free from that food addiction? If you want to start to having a healthier life, if you want to maybe start the new year right, to allow you to have a healthier life, what can you do? Well, number 1, what I recommend is if you don't buy that food, guess what? You can't eat it. So make a commitment today to not buy that ice cream, to not buy that candy, to not buy those chips. If you don't have it in your house, there's no way you can get it. And one of the easiest things you can do is simply not to buy those particular foods that are out there, because if you don't have it, you're not going to be able to eat it. Number 2, one of the tips I learned reading is if you go into the outer ring of the grocery store, that's typically where the freshest food is at. Whether it's fruits, vegetables, things that are growing from the ground. It's the middle of the grocery store that has all of the fat-containing foods, all the processed foods, all the boxed foods, all the foods that are very, very tasty but are not good for you. So maintain the outside ring of your grocery store as a main place for you to do to most of your groceries. Number 3, I recommend the 5 ingredient rule. If you look at something and there's more than 5 ingredients in there, don't eat it, because there's a very good chance those ingredients are not going to be good for you. They may be addictive, and they also may lead to worsening issues down the road as well. Number 4, eat a variety of foods. Your brain craves variety. It does not want to necessarily eat the same thing every single day. Have a diverse array of foods. Have different plants. Experiment. Try different types of food. Try ethnic foods. But have this diversity of foods that you can start to implement to improve your taste buds and also have a healthier gut microbiome as well. Then lastly, I would recommend find a better way to deal with stress than eating. A lot of people, including myself, sometimes reflect with stress by eating really bad food because it makes you feel good and it tastes very good as well. Don't do that. Find another way to deal with stress, whether it's walking, working out, prayer, meditation, talking to people, journaling. Find a different outlet for stress than eating, or if you want to make eating a way for you to deal with stress, at least have healthy foods. That's going to be a better way for you to manage them. These are my 5 tips I recommend to break those unhealthy eating habits, detox yourself, and to allow you to get back to a healthier life that you guys want to live.